Hell yeah.
That's a little like audio for me to find out later. And you know what? We're making great fucking time. Great time. Final round this week. Sony Interactive Entertainment, aka PlayStation, has bought Bungie. Wow. This is, it's the same thing that we talked about a couple of weeks ago where Xbox was buying Activision and Blizzard and King or whatever. This to me is starting to truly form into like the way we've got streaming services now. You got Paramount Plus, you got Peacock Plus, whatever, where everybody starts trying to grab the studios that kind of pair with each other to make a streaming service. This is becoming the Xbox versus PlayStation grabbing studios to make their tight little subscription service, right? Where you subscribe however much a month to play all the games you want and get all your little freebies. And I'm sure there's going to be a premium or VIP subscription to get, things a day early or whatever. I can smell it with my sniffer. It's coming, man. It's coming. And it's going to be annoying. And I just hope that it's somewhat affordable and not like just paywall after paywall after paywall of trying to get to the end of something or to get the better deal or whatever. Like, I can see that it's going to be one of these. Okay, great. Now another studio's been bought or whatever. Because now I feel like they're kind of equal weighted, even though Bungie, what was it, Destiny? That's all they got really left. Like,
yeah, they're apparently
$3.6 billion for that.
They're apparently developing another IP. Yeah, dude, this is fucking nuts.
And
this is the second largest acquisition that took place that day too, because the first one being the New York Times bought Wordle. So,
yeah, now the New York Times
fucking paid, homie.
Player 3 entered the game. They're going to be the next streaming service.
So let me tell you what, dude. Let me tell you what. The two other pieces of news that came out that day, like, you got to be fucking pissed, especially if you're Activision Blizzard, when they're like make this big announcement that cross-faction rating is coming for like. People have been begging for this, and it like completely changes up the mythos and the dynamic of the game. Yeah. And everybody's like, "Who the fuck cares?" Bungie's got bought by PlayStation.
You got to be like, undo those tweets, delete those tweets.
All right, can we just announce it tomorrow?
Yeah, seriously. It's you know what it's like. It's just like last week where Big Ben Roethlisberger announces his retirement, and 2 days later, Tom Brady his retirement gets leaked. It's like. You're definitely stepping on somebody's toes. It sucks, man. It's definitely. I think that's got to be the most infuriating thing is when you finally feel like you've hit like a good positive stride with the community that really just wants to set your entire organization on fire, and then it gets overshadowed by something like that.
It's like you were last week's news. Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, we've all unsubscribed and canceled our subscriptions, and don't try to give us what we want now, you dickhead. And then,
I'm stoked about it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I only play Blood Elf from now on. So, like, if I play that game, it's only gonna be Blood Elf, and like, I'm gonna be the one horde bitch in the raiding party because I won't play anything else.
I think every time I've ever started a horde character it was Blood Elf. It's just a fun character, but. Now I hate it because people are fucking stupid and just can't keep their dick in their pants or not have hotel suites named after convicted felons.
Cosby.
But yeah, that's it, man. This week was pretty succinct. I think the main reason it was so succinct is I'm trying to make the lightning round a little bit thicker. A lot of that stuff is just like fun facts, It's not like we don't really need to talk about, the Stark Tower being fixed. That's just like facts that happen.
Yeah.
Or like the Joker sequel begins filming next year. We don't have to go on like 10-minute rants about the Joker film.
Even though I want to talk about how I want Willem Dafoe to play the anti-Joker, like what he said, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like excited about that. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty sweet. But yeah, trying to make it beefier, trying to make these coming soons a little bit more succinct. Same thing with new releases. We're starting off with this February. We're kicking back up, and this beefier lightning round is kind of signaling that fact that we're ramping back up on like things coming out, the news coming out for production times and things like that. We typically have a lot like February, March, April. I think we get a lot of announcements like something ended principal photography, something ended editing, and then is in final production, that kind of stuff. So we're gonna have a lot of that. especially with like shows like Halo kicking off in March, Batman coming out in March. We're just gonna have a lot. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and like I like keeping our shows tight because I don't think people want to listen to this for 3 fucking hours straight.
Yeah, it's definitely
Just kidding. Honestly, I could listen
right.
to you talk all night. I could listen to you read the fucking dictionary,
There you go.
Ernie.
I like
Aardvark,
it. Art.
Apple,
Atari.
alabaster, Atari. It's a proper noun. It's not in the fucking dictionary, Ernie.
Apple. Well, isn't that how he named the company? Went to the dictionary and looked for any word that was ahead of Atari. I was like, oh, there you go, Apple.
Is that how Jobs named it? Jesus Christ.
Supposedly that's what he did. Because it would come first in the phone book.
Fucking dickhead.
So, as the story goes, it comes first in the phone book.
I loved that company. I loved that company still.
I'm surrounded by
MacBook
Apple
Pro.
products right
I have
now.
a MacBook Pro. I'm using AirPods. I have an iPhone. I have an iPad.
For sure. Oh, by the way, I mentioned to you earlier about how like I'm so happy I now have a blurred background in this video. Is because like just over my shoulder here was a terrifying little stuffed animal bear that I noticed in like editing our show. Anytime I would like lean to one side, it would just be sitting there and just looking wide-eyed at
You
the
mentioned
camera.
that, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like,
freaked me out. I
"Oh,
was like,
it's
oh,
that fucking bear in the back."
That's terrifying. Yeah.
The Annabeth doll or Annabelle dog from.
It's in the show Annabelle. Or the movie's Annabelle, right? Shout out to
From
Sam,
the famous movie.
who named his kid
Wait.
after that doll.
No, he did not.
Not technically. But technically. It's like I didn't. Oh, did Ernie
You know
name
what
his
we
kid
didn't
after
talk
Margot
about?
Robbie? Not technically.
I thought it would. I mean, Margot is a great name, to be honest.
It's fun. It's fun. Margot. Especially nobody can spell it. Yeah, it's great.
I would say one thing we did. I just want to bring it up because I know that we're almost done. We didn't talk about Jackass this week, and we'll probably talk about it next week because I think it came out.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about it at all.
It came out. I haven't seen. Obviously, I'm not going to the theater to see that. I'm waiting for it to come on Netflix or something.
It's getting like fucking rave reviews. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it.
I love the fact that like some of the questions in interviews for that are like, so what was different about shooting this one than the other ones? Or like a lot less senses to the hospital. like I guess even one stunt had Johnny Knoxville getting like brain damage. Like yeah,
That's
you
what
guys
I
are
told you.
50.
I was like, I can't fucking deal with this. Like, you guys are grown ass men. I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, you know, I know Ryan Dunn died, but Ryan Dunn did not die filming Jackass. Ryan Dunn died in a car accident.
Yeah.
But like, one of the Nitro Circus guys died. And I'm just surprised that I'm really surprised, and you know, knock on wood, that Johnny Knoxville and Steve are still alive.
I'm more surprised that Bam Margera is still alive after Ryan Dunn's death, and just the way he's
I know that destroyed him, and it still
progressed.
destroys him.
Yeah, he's gone down a very dark path. But you know what? I'm still gonna probably watch it. I'm gonna laugh and
Start
giggle.
the show on a dark ass note, end the
Yeah.
show on a dark ass note.
Death sucks, but it's part of the journey. I love you, 2000 Don.
Do you like my new glasses?
They're beautiful. They frame your face well. Are
Oh,
they
thank
new,
you.
or are you fucking with me?
No, they're new. I had black ones before that. They're brand new. I literally just got them 3 days ago.
They look great, babe. They look spiffy. You look smarter.
Thank you, appreciate it. It's okay. You might have noticed, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like my wife. Do you notice anything? No. Just how beautiful you are.
Yes, that you're beautiful every day.
That's right. she's in the kitchen. She just said, "I love you."
My Ashley.
She said, "Thank you."
Ashley, like 10 minutes ago. I don't know if you saw me like turn around and grab a toy and throw it out the one thing.
Yeah.
She was standing at the door off camera and like trying to wave to me to like push the toy because my dog was now standing. Like she came in and grabbed the dog,
Oh.
put him outside, and closed the door, and he kept fucking barking at the door. And I was like, I'm gonna kill it. Like this dog
just give me
sleeps
that
all
toy.
fucking day. He makes no noise.
And then
I'm on the
minute you're
phone
online.
all day for work. And as soon as I'm on this and I'm like actively talking, he's like, I'm going to grab the loudest fucking toy in the house and I'm just going to shake it behind you until you notice me.
My dogs seem to be the same way, but instead of like at nighttime, it's whenever Margot's sleeping. They'll be laying in the dog bed, sitting in front of windows, staring at the abyss, and then the minute she's asleep, just a any squeaky toy, they'll shake themselves out, like just trying to ruffle their fur. I'm like, come on, dude, like why are you doing it right by her door? Come on.
Yeah.
But I digress. Oh man, episode 31. I almost called it episode 32 today. I'm glad it's in the bag. I love it. Appreciate you, Dom, as always.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, everybody. See you
Thank
next
you.
time.